No truth is not enough.
Today I have a story for you guys about the time that Davis and I took a trip to Ireland. It was this March 2017, and I had a brilliant idea. I wanted to go to Ireland with my best buddy Davis. I had been to Ireland a couple times before, and I had some family history there, so that's why I chose Ireland. But really, it was a completely random idea, and I just asked Davis one day if he wanted to go, and he was totally down. So we sat down and planned it out, bought the tickets for spring break, this last spring break in March. Davis at the time was living in Oregon, and he had never been out of the country before. He'd been once with his family, but never like by himself. And neither have I. Davis at the time we got these tickets was living in Oregon and had only been out of the country one time before with his family. I had traveled to other countries before, but never just by myself. So being that it was our first time out of the country together, we did not know what to expect. So we hop in my mom's Kia and we drive down to San Francisco where we get a flight. It takes us north way over Canada. And during the flight, we looked out and we could see the northern lights, the nice green aurora. It was so, so beautiful. It was a red-eye flight, which was kind of a really long flight. But the sight was beautiful from the plane. So we landed in London the next day, and because of the time change and everything, we were just dog tired. But we still had to catch a flight to Ireland, to Dublin, so we had to sit around and wait around for a couple hours before we could get that flight. But we were just super, super tired. So we hung around the airport in London, and a couple hours later, we flew into Dublin in the early afternoon, around 4 o'clock. But for the time change and everything, oh my gosh, it was like we were just basically walking zombies. So we go and we get all of our euros exchanged, and we get the money that we need to get, and then we try to figure out where the heck our apartment is or where we were staying. We got an Airbnb in Dublin, and so we had to figure out the buses and get everything to get to where we need to go. So we were inside this maze of buses, taking one this way, one that way, taking a train. We had no idea where anything was because our phones, we didn't have cellular, we didn't have it. All we had was an address of the place we needed to go. So we were asking people and doing all this stuff, and it was a busy city. So we finally get on the right bus, going to the right place, and we're taking it down the road, and we're looking at street signs and trying to figure out where the heck we are going to be at. Okay, so we finally get on the right bus to the right place, or at least the right general area. And we're taking this bus, looking at the street signs, trying to figure out what the heck. We're looking around. And so we get off the bus like 20 euros later and 2 hours later. And we're walking down the street, and I'm trying to look for the street sign and everything and trying to figure out where the heck we are. And I turn over to Davis, and I asked Davis, I said, "Where's your suitcase, Davis?" Because he had a little roller suitcase with him. And his face just went white, just boom, just lost all emotion. And we both turn and look at that bus, and it's just starting to take off down the road. And Davis just drops everything he had, and started sprinting after this bus.
Stop, please! Stop! Hey! Stop the bus! Stop!
And I said, no way, I'm not running after this bus. So I started walking, following him. The bus goes and rounds a corner, and so we can't see it anymore. And Davis is just hauling after it, and he rounds the corner. And I'm getting over there, and I'm walking. I'm slowly taking my time because I did not want to run after this bus. And I turn the corner, and I see Davis hopping in a police car. And he said, "Hey, Quinn, wait right here. I'll be right back." And the police car turns its lights and sirens on and peels out and burns out after the bus. And I'm just standing there like, what the heck? And I just hear, woo, police car is gone. So I'm standing there just waiting for Davis to get back. So about a couple minutes later, I just hear the police car come flying back. Davis gets out with his suitcase. And we were just standing there like, oh my, this is the worst way to start this trip. And we're sitting there just like, holy cow, we need to find this place so we can take just lay down and take a break. And I look on my phone for the address, and we're looking around. We're just right where we were. We turn around, and right behind us was our place that we were staying at for the first night. And so that stroke of luck It was a beautiful stroke of luck. The rest of the trip was amazing, but it was just such a crazy way to start off the trip, especially for both of our first time out of the country. We definitely took it for granted having the phones and everything like that. Okay, so I just wanted to thank everybody for watching this. This was just a travel story that happened pretty recently, and I thought it was pretty funny, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Don't forget, I upload new vlogs or new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I try to do it early in the morning, like 8 a.m. My time and Pacific time. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, check it out. If you're subscribed, you'll get a notification. If not, I'll see you that time. Hit that thumbs up button. It helps me out a lot, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for the support.